Hi, this is the first teaser that I'm going to be talking to you about. I'll be introducing other t-shirts. It was originally designed for war, not one more day of war, not one more death, and not one more dollar that we should be spending. Not one more day. We've got to stop the violence in these countries that the United States is funding. Not one more dollar is one area that this t-shirt hits on. Another area is food insecurity. Not one more day should people have to worry about getting food, about having to decide between heat and their food or their rent. So going into housing, the homeless, and also people who are housing insecure. There's so many people living in motels now. How do they get their food? Food bank in Catskill and elsewhere in this whole region have been phenomenal at helping people make sure they get their food. They need money. They need more dollars. They need more support. We can't have anybody dying of starvation in our own country, and people might not be dying in huge numbers, but kids are going to sleep every night hungry. Not one more day of that. We have to work on that. When people are worried about how sick they are, or if they have to go to the hospital because of things like that, we're going into the Health Act. We're going into the insurance companies where people can't afford to have insurance so that they can go and see a doctor, so that they can go to the hospital and not worry. The New York Health Act would really answers a lot of those questions, and people say, oh, well, I don't want another tax. It's a 3% surcharge so that we can have insurance. Not one more day of people having to worry about whether they should go to the doctor, whether they can go to the doctor, or whether they have to pay their rent, or whether they have to pay their mortgage, or whether they have heat. People worrying about their oil heat, their gas heat, the electricity. These bills are going out the roof. And people like Sarah Hannah Shrestha and Michelle Hinchy are working on getting public power, at least in the Hudson Valley. People's needs should not be the profit of other corporations, of companies like the oil and gas companies, the electric utility companies, the insurance companies. Not one more day of profit over people's needs. Not one more dollar should we be spending so that shareholders can have money. We have to be able to provide the needs for the people and not the wants of the corporation, the monetary wants of the corporation. So first teaser for you here. Not one more day, not one more dollar, not one more death. And I will be coming with other teasers. So all power to the people.